Okay, so here I am. I'm going to be recording all the work that needs to be done on the house. I'm going to forward this video to the owner and likely to the people that have come out. Thank you for taking your time to come out and look at all the work that needs to be done and for your bidding. I think it would be a good idea to document it and then submit it to you guys so you can have a refresher on all the work that needs to be done on the house. I just want to have it for the owner basically so she can see what actually needs to be done. So I'm actually out here in front of the house. I'm recording the street in front of the area here where the banyans used to be, just for so she can see. They're all gone now, and I planted a little garden across the way and grew some massive pineapples, the biggest that anybody ever seen. And those have been picked, but I planted this little garden here just to beautify the area a little bit. So this is Honomu, and here we go. I'm just gonna get to the house and start documenting all the work that needs to be done. So here's the house, your beautiful home. Here we go. Okay. All right. So there's your house, and we come to the entryway here. Everything needs to be, be cleaned, power washed, just taking all the grime off and prepped for painting before we get to the painting part. But before we do that, we have quite a bit of carpentry work that needs to be done, and I'm going to go around and show those sections that need to be worked on. So here at the bottom of the steps we have a bit of rot that's happening right there. So you can get a look at that. So that needs to be addressed in some way, whether it's through Bondo or have a section cut out and replaced, or the whole board. So that's one area there. We come up to the top here. So this is the top area here. So everything needs to be painted here, and let me see if I can switch the, no I can't, okay. So yeah, the roof, the ceiling I should say, needs to be caulked. All that needs to be addressed up there. Okay. So along the front here, here's this banister. These pieces of wood were replaced some years ago. I repainted them about 5 years ago, and so they're already experiencing some rot right along the front here. So there's a little bit of rot there. So some of these panels might need to be replaced or bondoed to repair. So we have that going on there. We come over here. We have a little bit of, I think this is from the earthquake. Up here, this is the entryway. So right there at the corner up there, it's separated. So we have that area up here needs to be reattached. And I'm not sure if any of the wood needs to be changed out. I don't think so, but it needs to be reattached. And then you can see here also there's a little bit of separation there that needs to be done. Here, this banister, this piece here has some, I'll show you from the other side, has some rot there that needs to be switched out. So yeah, that needs to be addressed. Okay, and then I think the rest of the banister up here is okay. We've talked about adding a little block in the middle, blocks in the middle to support any, I'm being told that any span more than 8 feet needs a support. So we're talking about putting blocks there, probably one on the side over here. And that corner post seems to be okay. So yeah, another block here, and then another one there to support it. Okay, so let's keep going. This is going to be a long video. Alright, so over here you can see how dirty everything is. Obviously the whole house needs to be power washed and prepped for painting, but this is all that stuff needs to be coming out. Here at the base of the banister and the post, there's some rot right there. So you can see where it was spliced in there before. So that piece of wood needs to be replaced. And then I think one of these slats on the banister needs to be replaced as well. So there's that. So let's come around to the other side. This side, actually, believe it or not, doesn't look too bad. But we do have along the very top where you can actually see where the brackets were put in a couple years ago, before the termiting was done. We have some holes, like there's a hole there, an old bracket used to be there. There was another hole there where the bracket used to be. Not the bracket, but the faux support, whatever, the beams. They were just taken out and those holes were left there. So those holes run all across the side here and across the front. They need to be patched up. So that's going to be that. Down here, this entire lower beam is rotted. Let me see so you can get some perspective on the side of the house. So down here we are. So this entire lower beam here needs to be replaced. Also, I think it runs all along inside here up to this point right there. Okay, and then we have this little piece up here is rotted. I think we can just cut out a little piece from here to the end and replace it, and that'll be fine. Alright, I think this video is running really long, so maybe, I'm not sure if I was gonna do it all and I thought I could do it all like in 10 minutes, but we're already like a 7.5 minutes here. Let me see, maybe I'll stop it, or do I keep going? Yeah, because it's gonna be long to do. So I'm gonna stop it here and then I'll start a new video.